Warm greetings on behalf of Hindusthan College of Engineering and Technology. This is Uma, Assistant Professor, Department of IT. We are going to see about the differences between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning in this lecture. Without any further delay, let us move on to the slide. In our day-to-day life, we hear this word artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning in the field of computer science. What are these buzzwords mean about? Let us see that in this slide. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is making a machine think like a human. How is it possible to make a machine to think like a human? A machine will be fed up with a set of rules, mathematical models, or with algorithms and procedures, and you will train up the machine to convert it into a traditional machine to an artificial machine. Thus, a machine will convert into an artificial machine, artificial intelligence embedded machine, so that it will act like a human being. Now, we could conclude that when a machine is able to think and take decision on its own, then that is said to be an artificial intelligence embedded machine. As how a human can think and take decisions, human can learn on their own, human can think on their own, they can take decision on their own based upon the human brain. An artificial intelligence machine is now could be able to think and take decisions based upon the set of confined rules, regulations, algorithms, even procedures or other mathematical models. In our day-to-day life, we could have witnessed many artificial intelligence examples like Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, driverless cars, AI-based chess play. If anything we can say as an example for artificial intelligence today, as we are using many smartphones or smart appliances in our home and even in the working environment. So these are all some examples of artificial intelligence. So what we can conclude? Artificial intelligence is a machine which can mimic the feature of a human. This is said to be an artificial intelligence embedded computers or even any machine. Now let us see how this artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning are interrelated with each other. Machine learning and deep learning falls under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. Through the application of machine learning and deep learning, we achieve artificial intelligence to a machine. So we can say that AI is an umbrella to ML and DL. In turn, ML and DL are the subsets of artificial intelligence. As shown in this figure, I have depicted that the applications of machine learning and deep learning will make a machine to think like an artificial intelligence machine. Thus, the traditional machine will be converted into an artificial intelligence machine. Let us see ML and DL in the future slides. As I said earlier, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Machine learning system needs huge amount of input data. The input data is processed with the help of statistical learning, algorithms, and with set of procedures. With the learned procedures, the machine will be able to predict the output or the machine is able to perform the task automatically. This is said to be making a machine to learn a task. This is broadly classified into three different areas: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Let us see an example on it. Let us move on to the types of machine learning. It is broadly classified into three types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Supervised machine learning is a type of labeled learning. The input data will be labeled with set of features. Based upon the features and the labels, the machine would predict the output. Whereas unsupervised learning is said to be unlabeled structure. We don't have any labels for the input data, but it has to classify on its own to predict the output. Then that is said to be unsupervised learning. Moving on to reinforcement, it is somewhat advanced than the supervised and unsupervised. It works on hit and trial method. The input data will be given as a raw data. The machine will train on its own by predicting the output. If the output is wrong, it will get penalty. Then it will retrain again, retune it until it gets the accurate output. This is said to be reinforcement learning. So we have seen the major types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Let us move on to the next technique called deep learning. Now, we shall see what is deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning where it will mimic the human brain. How the human brain works. Based upon the neurons and the activity of the neurons, the human brain will predict the results, or it will think on its own and it will take decisions. So the same concept inside the human brain is converted into something called neural networks, deep neural network. That neural network will help this deep learning system to mimic like a human brain to do a task automatically. Let us see the correlation between the human brain and the neural network. Here you could see the structure of a neuron in a human brain, and this is said to be the neural network structure of a deep neural network. Here we have a neuron and another neuron here. Both these neurons are connected through something called an electric signal. Similar to this, we have an input layer and some set of hidden layers in between the input layer and the output layer. This hidden layers will process the input, it will extract the features of the inputs, then it will predict the proper output. Based upon the thickness of this hidden layer, the prediction of output will be more accurate. So this is said to be the neural network of any artificial intelligence machine fed with deep learning. So this is the comparison between the biological structure of neural network of a brain and deep learning structure of a neural network of a brain. Now let us move on to the example of deep learning and the types of deep learning. Now we shall see a small example of deep learning. An input image is given to the neural network and it will analyze for feature extraction and classification. Once the classification is done, it will be given for test phase where the output will get predicted. This is said to be the working of deep learning. Now we shall see the types of deep learning said to be convolutional neural network, recurrent neural network, recursive neural network, feed-forward neural network. We have many more types of deep learning based upon the application. Hope you have got a clear idea about the correlation between artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. Thank you for your patience listening.